Hello, 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 beautiful people. I am Gia Casey, and today I'm taking you along with me on my doctor's appointment to see a cardiologist. Well, disclaimer, I am beat. My energy level might be low. I have been up all night with two of my very good friends, Mercedes and Crystal. I have a new cooking show, and we were up all night filming it. We literally did not sleep. I have this doctor's appointment at 10 o'clock, and it is 9:18. It is 9:18. I'm due there in 42 minutes. There was no time to do anything but change clothes and go. Oh, I did slap on a new lip, so I have a little bit of lip gloss going that looks pretty fresh because, truth be told, what I had going on before this was coagulation, and it was not okay. But I couldn't do anything literally but change and leave the house. So I'm going off of 0 hours sleep, but I wanted to bring you guys along because I'm hoping that this video serves as encouragement for you in the sense of community to see a doctor. Regardless of what doctor, you have to figure out what it is that you need, what needs checking up on you, and see that doctor. When's the last time that you had a physical? When's the last time that you saw your gynecologist? When's the last time that you had your annual PAP? Men, have you seen a urologist recently? We really need to take care of your health, and I am not really the one that should be preaching that because I am that person that needs someone to light a fire under my butt to take an aspirin if I have a headache, let alone go see a doctor. I'll pop into my gynecologist's office and she's like, oh, the last time I saw you was when you had a baby, you know? And I guess that's pretty ignorant. It's pretty ignorant because it's very easy to feel as though if I feel fine, I am fine. But so often, so many things can be bubbling below the surface and you think you're fine, but you're really not. And then when you finally get checked, you get bad news that can cost you your health and in the worst of scenarios can cost you your life. So I want to bring you along with me to see this doctor. His name is Dr. Puma. He was a guest on The Breakfast Club, and Rashawn was so impressed by his wealth of knowledge and his techniques of determining illness or determining health that he went to see him immediately. And ever since then, he's been trying to encourage me to go, and today was the day. Rashawn made that appointment for me because if it wasn't for him caring about my health, I wouldn't be in this car with you guys, and maybe I wouldn't be assigned for you. So what's interesting about this doctor, at least what kind of made my ears spark, was the fact that Rashawn told me that he injects you with a liquid, and this liquid travels through your cardiovascular system looking for things that may be problematic, like blockages. And I'm under the assumption, and I can be completely wrong, so if you stick along with me, you will see, but I'm under the assumption that you can watch this liquid travel through your body and do its work and operate and detect these problems. So I think that that's pretty cool. Hopefully they allow me to tape it, but you know, we'll get there and we'll see. So I hope you enjoy this journey with me today, and we'll see you at the doctor's office. That's Maddie calling. Hold on, boo-boo. Hello? Wait, hold on, sweetie pie. Wait, let me put you on the CarPlay. Babe?
Hi, Mom.
Hey, Trucheska. What's going on, baby? On my way to my doctor's appointment. It's in the city.
Oh.
What are you doing?
I'm on my way to a doctor's appointment, too.
What doctor's appointment do you have?
I'm going to see the nutritionist.
Oh my God, that's so good. Listen, that's crazy because right now I'm actually doing a vlog trying to encourage people to see the doctor and telling them.
You are.
What?
You are.
You said me. Did you laugh at me being the one to encourage people to go see the doctor? Oh, okay. Okay, I'll take that. But yeah, no, so you, on the other hand, are all about your health. So I admire you for that. You're my hero when it comes to that. Yeah.
I'm getting 5 doctor's appointments next week. I'm so excited.
Five appointments. How can you have 5 appointments? Who do you have appointments with next week? Yo, this is so, hold on. Yo, this phone call was not planned, okay? Because this just sounds too perfect. Literally, I was having this conversation with the people right now. So what doctor's appointments do you have next week, baby?
I'm seeing just regular doctor.
What, the internist?
No. Just like the regular doctor, like the adult pediatrician.
Yeah, that's an internist.
Oh, I'm seeing him.
You getting a physical?
Yeah.
Okay. Who else?
My neurologist.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. I'm seeing what is it? For my wrist.
An orthopedist? Okay, yeah.
Orthopedist. I'm seeing a TMJ specialist.
For your jaw? What's going on with your jaw? What's going on with your jaw?
You know how my jaw has always been clicking and popping?
Yeah.
That's never bothered me before, but now I have a lot of pain in my jaw when I eat. So I'm going to go get that checked out because apparently you can fix the problem without surgery. So I never went to the doctor because I was like, I don't want to have jaw surgery. And then I can't remember who else.
But you have a 5th appointment? You have them staggered throughout the week, or you stacked them in a day?
I have them staggered throughout the week, whenever they were available.
Okay. All right. What time's your appointment? What, baby?
I said, but yeah. Oh, and then I'm seeing the gastroenterologist.
Okay.
The following week.
Oh, for what? You have stomach issues?
Yeah.
Really?
Just for everything. I learned how to search up doctors on our insurance's website. So I'm seeing everybody.
Oh, okay. Madison, I promise you, I was just saying that. All right, boo-boo. Well, we are on the West Side Highway right now, and I should be there shortly. Time keeps increasing because it's raining and the weather is awful. So, we're kind of behind. We're going to be a little bit late, but I'll be there shortly. Yeah. All right, well, call me when you're out.
All right, Mommy.
All right, but my appointment's at 10 o'clock, so I probably won't be out till after 11, so you can call me after then.
Okay, same.
All right, choo-choo.
Love you, Mommy.
Love you, baby.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, guys, so it's my daughter, Madison, in case you don't know her. Oh, she's calling back. Hold on. Babe?
Hey, Mom.
Hey.
But yeah, I think I have a little iron.
Oh. Okay. Are you seeing an iron specialist?
No, but I think she might be able to tell me.
Oh, okay.
I have a little iron.
Hey, babe, let me call you right back.
Okay.
All right, boo-boo.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye. So in case you don't know Madison, she is 23 years old. She is very responsible. She graduated from college about a year ago, and right now she is a real estate agent in New York and New Jersey. So if you want a house, want to sell a house, or rent an apartment or whatever in New York and New Jersey, you can follow her on Madison X Casey on Instagram or Madison Casey Sells on Instagram. So anyway, we should be there shortly.
So the dope thing about Dr. Puma, when we met him, I didn't know who he was or what he did. I came here and got my heart scanned, but the dope thing about it is he didn't care about the money, right? He cared about helping people. He's seen so many people that have passed away from heart problems, heart failures, and all these other things that said I could have possibly fixed them or saved them if we'd have caught it earlier. So what he did is his machine, how much are those machines?
This one is $2 million.
The machine is $2 million.
Most advanced, fastest CT scan made in the world. We're the only one in New York that has it. There is one at NYU, but it's for oncology use or general use, not focused just on the heart. And the reason that that's so important is if you go anywhere else and you get an older generation single source CT scan, the accuracy is going to be in the 80%, high 80%. Ours is 99% accurate between the speed of the scan. Because remember, when you scan any part of your body, your brain, your abdomen, pelvis, it doesn't move. The only thing that moves is your heart. It's beating. So you need, it's kind of like taking pictures at night. You need ultra fast, film. Yes. But you need ultra fast camera.
Mm-hmm. So it's cool. So like he was saying, he wants to help. That's why he has offices in Harlem. He has offices in Brooklyn, offices in different areas.
In all underserved communities.
Underserved communities.
And that's why you were so impressed.
Yeah, and if there's a problem, he can fix it right then and there at the table.
Yeah. And
for most of the things.
We take care of it. Anybody comes in to any of our offices, in all underserved communities, we don't care what insurance they have, they don't have. It's all built on basically, it's kind of old-fashioned. I kind of grew up watching Marcus Welby on Saturday nights with my mom when I was a little kid, in Consuelo at the front desk.
Where are you from?
From Brooklyn.
You're from Brooklyn.
So this machine, it's not too widely owned because of the price?
In part because of the price. In part because all CTs in hospitals or in medical offices are usually managed and overseen by radiologists.
Right.
We're cardiologists that are overseeing it. Mm-hmm. Okay? And it's not that the radiologists don't know. They're obviously highly intelligent and educated, but they're not focused just on the heart. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. That's number two. It's the machine. Mm-hmm. It's cardiology driven. Mm-hmm. Okay? And then number three, it's also our process.
Okay.
So the way we get the heart rate down with intravenous metoprolol, which is a medicine that slows the heart rate. Mm-hmm. So we do hundreds of these a month, and we have an average heart rate of around 60, 58 to 60, which is perfect because the slower the heart rate, the better the picture, right? If we could stop the heart, that would be scary for everyone, but we get a great picture then, right?
Yes.
And then we use 2 nitroglycerins under the tongue, and the nitroglycerin dilates the arteries. It works very quickly and dilates the arteries, and that's why we're able to have 99% accuracy in quality of our images. Okay. The bigger thing to me, which makes me excited. So why are people doing it? Because stress testing has been the primary way to determine if someone has heart disease. Okay. Stress testing costs, a nuclear stress test, a PET CT stress test is like $2,400. Takes all day long. Okay. Most nuclear stress tests are, 1 in 5 in women are either false positive or false negative. Okay?
Really?
Yep.
And that's the most accurate way aside from this technology?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
That's true.
Wow.
In men, it's about 85% accurate. So what that leads to, and it doesn't give you any anatomy, doesn't give you any flow, doesn't tell you about plaque. All it tells you is if there's a lack of blood flow in any area of the heart. Okay? But it takes all day long, and so it's a full day from work. You come in for our scan, it's 3 minutes, 15 minutes of your time. If I wasn't yapping so much, you would have heard, you saw Ariel was standing right behind me.
Yes.
You walked in, you would have gotten undressed from the waist up, had an IV in, walked right in for your scan, and right back out.
Wow.
If you have a 0 calcium score, meaning no calcification at all, and your arteries are normal, that's powerfully predictive. I can, with a surety, tell you, 99% of surety, that you have a less than 2% risk of a heart attack, stroke, or dying in the next 8 years from your heart.
Oh, wow.
That's even better than if we have a positive test and I calculate risk.
I see. Yes, yes. What if you have a history of high cholesterol and have high cholesterol yourself?
History of high cholesterol in your family isn't necessarily an issue. The risk factors for heart disease are family history of premature heart disease. That means before 60 years old.
Okay.
Okay, so if let's say, dad had a heart attack at 80, you have a family history, but it's not a risk factor for you. Okay, because when you're 80, you're already beyond expected life expectancy, right? Because life expectancy today for a man is about 76 years, and for a woman about 70, I think it's 78.9.
Wow.
Okay, so family history of premature heart disease, cigarette smoking, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or diabetes.
Okay. I have high
Okay.
cholesterol.
High cholesterol.
I have high cholesterol.
Do you take medication for it?
No, I just found out.
Okay.
Yeah. I suspected that I did because my mom had very high cholesterol. So my cholesterol, well, the average for cholesterol is between 100 and 200. And as of 6 months ago, my cholesterol was 268. I got to start watching what I eat.
Well, some of it, you're clearly not overweight or
Right.
anything like that. But yes, you got to watch what you eat. Yes, exercise. Both diet and exercise.
She doesn't work out at all. Her workout is
Well, we started
Eating ice cream.
Pilates.
That's
We're
what
at
we're
it for like maybe a month, and then we kind of stopped.
You be you.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
That's why we have medication.
Yes, yes,
All right?
yes.
That's why we have medicine. But the combination. But diet and exercise actually will reduce cholesterol, even exercise. And exercise raises the good cholesterol, the HDL. Okay, so we're going to check all of those.
Okay.
so you got to get on the treadmill with me.
All right. Stop it there. And we'll get his recommendations. Yes.
Yes, let's see. Let me get the ladies and we'll get started.
All right.
Okay, so I like to look away. I don't ever like to see the needle enter my body. Even though you do this, you look away when it's you?
Yeah,
Yeah? Okay.
because I feel like my vein hides.
Oh, girl, you're good.
Thank.
Oh, that was one of the best needles I've ever gotten.
Nice.
I don't know if it's mental or not, but it's like I feel like my arm is getting weaker. Is that a thing?
It's a mental thing, yeah.
It is a mental thing?
Yeah. Because when I get my blood drawn, I always feel lightheaded after.
Covered up? Okay. Very good. Just get comfortable. Just going to make sure the IV is good.
Okay.
All right. You're going to feel that pumping up.
Yes.
During the test, I'll be asking you to breathe in and hold your breath. Very important, okay?
Yes.
You might even feel like you're wetting yourself, but you're not. But it'll pass in about 15, 20 seconds. But you will feel whoosh.
Okay.
Okay?
Wow.
And
okay.
somehow it concentrates right in your pelvis.
Okay.
All right, I'm just going to give a little bit of metoprolol since you're already perfect. But just because when we give you the nitroglycerin under your tongue, so just 2.5 of metoprolol. And then we're going to put the nitroglycerin under your tongue and you're ready to go.
Let it dissolve.
Right
Don't
there.
swallow
Okay?
it, okay?
Don't swallow it, just let it dissolve.
Maintain, it'll give you a little bit of a peppery taste. That's all
Yeah.
normal, okay?
Okay, and we just put one in because your pressure is so normal. Okay?
You have any questions for us?
Complaints, concerns? Should I take this off?
No, I'm good.
I will take this. Okay. 2.5 minutes?
Best 2 minutes of my life.
I won't tell your husband that. But I do appreciate you saying that, even if you don't mean it.
It was pretty cool.
All right.
It was pretty
What
cool.
does Gia Casey have?
So just like they said, when they applied the contrast,
don't take it,
and
come on. but this is her
entered
heart
my body, my
Okay.
arm
And this
immediately
is
went warm.
literally her entire
And
chest.
not too long after that, I felt like
Here
I
we
was
are.
going tinkle.
Beautiful.
You know, but they warned me, and they said sometimes, you
You're
know,
getting
people like
preview.
check
Here's
themselves
her
to
artery
see
in
if, you know, they actually
Here's
did go
the
tinkle,
artery
but
in
it's
the
just a
front, the
sensation that kind of
widowmaker.
concentrates
Beautiful. I
in
think she's
your
gonna
pelvic area.
rival
So
you. Okay.
it was simple.
Calcium
About
score
2.5
0?
minutes, easy breezy. So I just can't wait for the results.
Look at these arteries. Mrs. Casey, are you
Yes.
ready to see your heart?
Yes.
Let's go. Right after you.
This is your heart. This is your heart muscle with the arteries on top. And in order to focus on the arteries, we make the muscle disappear. You still have one.
It's good to know.
So this is the way your arteries look when we do an angiogram in the cath lab. And this is the way your heart looks on a regular CAT scan. And then we combine these two pictures to give you a picture of each of the arteries. So this is a normal looking right coronary artery. Okay. It's nice and smooth. It's supposed to have some curves in it, like yours does.
The entire artery is nice and smooth. It's the same caliber. There's zero calcification.
Okay.
Your heart looks like the day God brought you into the world.
Okay, that sounds
Okay?
good.
And it's very interesting, especially given that your cholesterol was 260, 268
Yeah.
6 months ago.
Yeah.
Okay? So even though you have high cholesterol, it's up until now not affected the heart at all. But I can tell you based on this, your risk of a heart attack, stroke, or death is the lowest it possibly.
Yeah,
it
so-
can never be zero.
Yes.
It's less than 2%.
Okay, wonderful.
Don't get me wrong, we're thrilled to tell you that you have a normal heart. And we don't like giving bad news, but what's encouraging about finding problems is that we find them early and we fix them. And
Yes.
we can change the trajectory of these diseases.
Yes.
How
Yes.
often should somebody come? Like, how often should we?
So now, because
question.
your scans are normal, like I said, predictive wise, I don't care if you get chest pain tonight in bed.
take this.
It's not your heart. You don't need to go. You don't need to go to the emergency room or anything like that. You don't need another scan for 8 years.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
With a normal scan like this.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna come back in 5.
Right, he'll come back in 3. What are you talking about? All right.
It's like, when can I get another colonoscopy?
Now, even if you had mild to moderate, though, like, you know, it depends. Like, let's say that guy didn't have a totally blocked artery, the one we showed you before, and let's say it wasn't quite severe, it was like borderline, we'd bring him back in a year. We'd
Yeah.
get him on super aggressive cholesterol therapy. So like with this, your goals for cholesterol is just less than 200, and your bad cholesterol just less than 100. For that guy, his LDL goal is less than 50. Because
Gotcha.
he's already had a heart attack, he has calcification and plaque in all 3 arteries.
Gotcha.
You see my point?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
it depends. We try and put people in one of 3, for lack of a better term, buckets. Either completely normal, like you and Gia, mild to moderate, where it's aggressive risk factor modification, or severe blockage, where it's super aggressive risk factor modification and fixing the arteries.
Yeah.
And some people unfortunately need bypass surgery, you know,
Wow.
but that's kind of the way.
Most people can be treated with stents.
9 out
Yeah,
of 10 can
okay.
be treated with stents.
So bypass, can you just tell me what that is?
So bypass
Bypass
is
surgery.
when you have your sternum
Cracked
sawed open,
Yeah.
and then the surgeons will take an artery from inside the chest wall, the mammary artery, bring it down and plug it in past the blockage, and then they'll
Okay.
either take arteries from your wrists or veins from your legs, sew it into the aorta, and sew it into the artery beyond. So like jumper cables on your car, if your battery dies.
They actually take this artery that's right here, and take it down, and take it off the chest wall, and then they would put it right onto the artery right there.
Yep.
So then that would bypass the blockage that would be there.
Got it. Got
So,
it.
so that
You
when
hear these terms all the time,
Yeah, and
but
when you
nobody
hear
really
it-
asks
you're
exactly
asking
what
great
it means. Yes.
So the reason you usually get triple is because there's 3 major arteries, right, front, and back. Sometimes you hear quadruple, and that's because every one of these arteries usually has 1 major branch.
Okay.
And so, like the films I showed you before, if that fellow were to have bypass, he might get a quadruple because the artery on the right the artery in the front and a big branch was severe, and then the artery in the back, so 4 bypass.
Can you
Okay?
explain what a stent is?
Sure, a stent, I'm gonna show you a stent, I have one, you wanna
Oh,
see it?
please, yes, yes, yes.
Give me 1 second, let me go
Of
grab
course.
it. So the stent is crimped on top of a balloon,
Okay.
and then there's a wire on that catheter that's where the balloon is, and we slide this up, right there, right, the wire, slide it into the blockage, blow the balloon up, and then deflate the balloon, the stent gets smashed into the wall, because remember, the artery wall actually has 3 layers, right? It's not kind of a monolith, it's actually got 3 layers, so you smash everything through, stretch it, and then this prevents the artery from collapsing down.
Okay.
But there's still, even with the drug coating stents, about a 5 to 10% chance that within 6 to 9 months, you get scar tissue,
Okay.
because it has to heal,
Yes,
right?
Yes.
And
yes.
so think of
And who?
So think of the way different people heal, right? Some people get keloid.
Yes.
Okay, so if you get too much scar tissue, it can block it. And we just saw while you were getting your scan, surgery that was going on in the other room, where someone had a long stent in their femoral artery in their thigh, and it was all scar tissue and blocked. And so we lasered through it, and then had a big balloon. So that, what you saw blown up, I told you was a balloon. That's what it looks like. We put contrast in the balloon, in the liquid we use to blow the balloon up. We don't blow it up like air, like a regular balloon. In that little device, there's contrast like we put in
Yes.
your intravenous, so we can visualize it to make sure it's fully expanded in the artery.
It prevents it from collapsing.
And then the stent prevents it from collapsing. But that's what a
wow.
stent looks like. Remember, these arteries, the heart arteries, are only between 2.5 millimeters to 3.5 millimeters in diameter.
Right, right.
We're working in very small spaces. Okay, and so the thickness of these stents even can potentially reduce lumen size. So you really want to get it enlarged.
Wow. Well, thank you so
Wow.
much, Doc. I
Thank you
appreciate everything.
for
Thank
such
you
a
so much,
thorough
guys.
education on everything.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so glad you came.
Yes.
Let us know whose heart is better.
Oh, we just got to look at that ejection fraction.
71, baby. 71.
Yeah, she wins everything. That's right.
Yes.
So nice to meet you.
Nice
Thank
to
you
meet
so much
you.
for coming.
Thank you.
So after the procedure, do you feel more comfortable? Do you feel better at all?
No, because I wasn't scared to begin with. I wasn't even thinking about it. It wasn't even a thought for me. Like I said before, it's like you take for granted that you're healthy because you're young and you feel good, nothing hurts, so you just assume that everything is perfect. But, like we learned today, it doesn't mean that everything is perfect just because you feel okay. There can be things lingering under the surface that can take your life.
Well, that's the problem. When something hurts, that means it could possibly be too late,
Right.
And that's why you have to go do these things preventative, so you don't have to worry about things hurting, and if there is a problem, you can figure it out way sooner.
So I have a question for you. After all that boasting that you did about your heart health, learning that my heart health may be potentially in better condition than even yours at 2%, how does that make you feel, my competitive husband?
Well, I asked him. He said they're about equal. But
He said that mine could possibly be even. He said that mine was as good as the day that I was born, high cholesterol and all. Look at you.
I don't believe it. I mean, he still has to
You don't believe it?
He still has to
you believed
he still
in
has to
this
get
scan
he did the blood and all that.
with everything that
He did all
is
that.
you up until then. Now it's like, you don't believe all that. You don't believe all that?
But we'll see. We'll see.
What do you mean we'll see? We saw.
We'll see.
We got the results. We saw.
We'll see.
We saw.
What does that mean?
We
You got-
saw.
you still-
This is past tense. We saw.
You still got to drink more water.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just happy that you're healthy. You have a healthy heart.
Yes, we are going to live long and grow old and die together.
That's right.
Your plot next to mine?
Absolutely.
All right.
Well, my plot will be on top of yours.
No, that means we gotta be in the mausoleum.
Well, I'm gonna be on top.
You could be you can be on top. That's how I like it.
I know.
So my visit to Dr. Puma was informative and incredible. I mean, I learned so much. And if you guys know me, you know I'm a very detail-oriented, a very technical person. So he answered all of my detail-oriented and technical questions, which I really appreciated. And they could not be nicer. They could have not been kinder or welcomed us more than they did. And I'm very appreciative and grateful for that. I love Dr. Puma's story. He grew up in Brooklyn, and he really, like, his primary goal in life as he's pursuing through his career is to help people that don't have it as easy to find the medical attention that they need. That's very, very inspiring because it's so rare that you see people that do good because they are good and for no other reason. So that made my day. You know, they say like something makes your day. That made my day. Like, that affected me. Just seeing his persona and his view on life and helping others and paying it forward, it really made my day better. Like, I'm smiling on the inside after that. As far as the procedure itself, yes, they put patches on my chest, and then they injected the contrast after they took my blood work. And after they put the contrast in my veins, I felt my arm go warm. And then they told me to put my arms over my head. I went into the machine, and it was very simple. There were a few moments where they asked me to hold my breath so that, you know, everything in my chest would be still beside my heart. And before I knew it, it was over, and I came out. And at that moment, I felt like I was going tinkle. But they warned me. They said for some reason you get that sensation in your pelvis, and I definitely got that sensation. And then they gave me a really great education on my results. So I am as healthy as can be, and like you might have heard him say, he said that my heart is as healthy as the day that I was born, despite the fact that I have high cholesterol. Rashawn's heart is in relatively the same condition. So I'm glad to know that. I'm glad to know that at least in the next 8 years, that's not a health issue that I have to be concerned with. So I'm grateful to Dr. Puma and his team. I'm grateful to my husband for caring enough about me and loving me enough to see to it that I did that. Do the same for yourself. Love yourself enough to do that for yourself and a loved one. Thank you for spending the day with me. I really appreciate you. Till next time. Toodles!